a chair that
Is that one okay?
is that chair good?
Is it?
I mean, yeah, I mean it's
I thought it was good.
yeah, Chris really likes that chair.
Yeah.
I like this chair because
I'm fine.
it makes me want to buy an Acura. This one,
That
that
one?
yeah. This chair came from an Acura dealer in Boulder. And I'm pretty sure that's like they're like, hey, we need chairs that make people want to buy pseudo luxury cars. So Acura, that's it's kind of a luxury car, right? And they make
It's the Honda luxury line.
yeah, okay. All right, yeah.
Slide my
That's-
offer across the table to you.
Yeah.
Look at it. We're gonna slide ours back.
yes, it's a whole
Oh.
that's the way the negotiations go.
Oh, I hate that
Write it
process.
on a piece of paper.
Everybody does that these days.
I don't believe so. I read there is no haggling anymore
Really?
No
in
haggle.
these troubled times.
Oh, yeah, because no one has
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
it's like buying a house in a housing boom. You offer more than it's
Yeah.
listed for.
Yeah, here's the haggle. Yeah.
Yeah, and people are actually paying more than sticker price for some cars.
Car?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. You buy now.
How much would you expect to pay for, say, I don't know, a Buick Park Avenue? I don't know. I'm just
A
yeah.
98?
Well, whatever.
Do they still sell it? I don't think so.
I love cruising around in Chris's Park Avenue because it's like cruising. It's like driving in the living room. It's like
Yeah.
it's smooth.
It might be nicer than my living room.
I've been to both your
See,
car and your
yeah,
living room. Yeah.
That's so dumb.
I don't know. Say whatever. Buick Park Avenue.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching our Friday reveal and happy hour. There's a few things that I want to show off. So that's part of the reveal. But with me to my left, your right is Steve from Maximum Guitars. Don't worry, because you hear Steve, you hear that?
What?
You hear that feverish clicking?
No. What are they doing?
So Chris is here. Steve was able to join us today. His very busy schedule and was able to come out and he took no time from it. Yeah. Steve we were lucky enough to have Steve come out and join us today for the reveal and hang out with us for a while today. And it's something that you and I have been talking about because we used to do this on Sunday,
Right.
but we stopped doing it on Sundays and Thursday and Friday. So I'm glad that you were able to come out because you've always got cool stuff to talk about. And I always have a bunch of dumb questions for you. So it works out great. So, yeah. So Steve, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm actually good. I'm busy, but good busy.
Okay.
And things are rolling along. And a lot of new things are on the horizon.
I know there's always new stuff that's on the horizon for you. So
Yeah, I can't shut it off.
I do everything that I can possibly do to like add new stuff. Steve, I need this. And okay. And then Steve, goes
And I've said this before, but it's like a lot of my ideas come from people that want stuff. It's like, I never thought about that. Tell me more.
Okay.
And so that feeds the creativity.
If you have a group of core people that feed your creativity and give you inspiration, amuse, for example, I would bet you that you have a core group of people that might be willing to pay for some of the great stuff that you've given to everybody. I don't know, maybe say like maybe a Patreon page.
Yeah.
That's
a good idea, man.
I think it's a great idea. You should start one.
Maybe I should start one.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
You see, I'm lobbing it in there.
Matt knows, so he's feeding it because I hate talking about this stuff.
I love talking about it.
But we did. I got encouragement actually from several of my customers, but one specifically recently that said, "Hey, do you have a Patreon page? Man, all the help that you've given me, the emails I've answered, stuff like that." He wanted to contribute, and I said, "Nah, I haven't set that up. I'm not sure if I want to or not." And I gave my reasons why, which were pretty much all reasons that I'm old and I'm stuck in my ways and I don't want to change type of reasons.
I hear that. Yeah.
Right. And he gave me reasons like, hey, just because you offer it doesn't mean they have to.
Yeah.
But but if someone feels like they're getting something of value and they want to contribute to help you, move to the next level or continue doing what I'm doing and things like that, then give them the option to. And so he convinced me. So we set it up, and we haven't really started promoting it or whatever yet. In fact, that one gentleman is the only subscriber right now.
Okay.
Because we haven't talked about it yet, but we're moving that direction, and hopefully that becomes a win-win. I'm thinking of creating.
So you're still trying to figure out like what your tiers will be.
I have them listed on there now.
Okay.
And they could search for it and find me, but I have it listed, and I think it's pretty good.
I think it's cool. Yeah.
And it goes up to like a higher level. I know I looked at yours and saw that you have a higher level and or include something coming here to build a guitar or whatever, that type of thing. Well, I did something similar, but maybe not quite that way. But I decided to offer a limited number of monthly guitar building counseling sessions.
Okay.
One-on-one.
Wow, that's cool.
And that's my highest level.
Okay.
And
I should sign up for that one.
It's not mental health counseling.
I
Guitar building.
I had to get in there guitar building, and I probably don't have it articulated well enough on the site because it may read like it could be anything.
I will always, Steve, I will always rise to the occasion to make something that it's not supposed to be into something that it is.
Yeah. Well, that's when we fix things.
Just been, like having a really hard week. You know what this is about, man.
Why don't we take some super chats? Looks like we got some super chats. Let's take some of those.
You want me to read them?
Would you mind?
Not at all.
Okay.
So let me make sure I get them all here. Big D Guitars.
Big
says,
D.
Beer money. Thanks, Big D.
That's nice.
Thank you so much. I haven't talked to Big D for a while,
Yeah.
except for like, every so often in email kind of things. But
Yep. David.
he was actually in his neck of the woods last week.
Dave Hawkinson says, "Happy Friday for real this time."
Hey, that's right. He wished us
Yesterday,
happy
wished us
Friday
happy
yesterday.
Yesterday on Thursday.
Thank you, Big D and
Yep.
Dave. Yeah.
And then here's one from Doc Siltonen.
Oh, Doc,
He
right
says,
on.
Beer fund and a question for Steve. Did my package arrive yet? From Doc Siltonen.
Yeah. We haven't communicated since then. Yep. I've got it. Everything is perfectly clear, and it will be ready in time for your class.
He is.
Okay.
You're making some
Yep.
custom stuff.
Yeah.
For coming here.
Yep.
In May.
Yep.
Neat. Cool.
Cool.
And like he told me what those were, I think, but I can't remember what it was. So.
Gibson RD.
The Gibson RD is a tricky guitar to find a case for. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep.
Yeah. So, okay. So, so Steve, Friday is the day where we just kind of kick back and goof around, and
I thought that was every day.
but on the video, there's really no there's no set structure for what we're gonna do today. We could talk about almost anything, and we also like to show off something. We call it a reveal, and I asked you for some specific templates.
Sure.
And you made them for me, and they look superb. You know what? Anyone who watches Brad Ango's channel knows how superb they should know from me too. But these are game changing. They really are. You came in and you saw all of those challengers in the rack, and you're like, wow, I got to get a picture.
I took a picture.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I asked you for some. We have a set of Stratocaster S style body templates and T style body templates. And the cool thing is, just like all the other ones, they feature your off body alignment pins.
Right.
And the cool thing about those is you can stack them and you can mix and match the fit that makes the fashion. You can, mix and match all of Matt's clothes. What
Different pickups. I mean, just you do one thing, you remove it and put another thing. If you had like a single coil and a humbucker set, you want a single coil in the neck position, you want a humbucker in the bridge position, whatever, you can mix and match and create whatever you want.
So I asked you for we already have the Strat body, I'm sorry, the S body, and we already have the S neck. And for our some of our classes that we are offering, I wanted to have I wanted a specific one for a build and paint with Mike Learn class that we're doing, and it is an S style body, 2 humbuckers, rear route, and Hipshot fixed bridge. And show us what you came up with, Steve.
So, and we'll kind of show with this, but here's the front of it right here. So it's got everything. It still aligns with the other S style, right? And it's
Yeah,
uses a
so
lot,
this and this
a lot of
are,
the same features. It's just that we've got the fixed bridge, and I always show the outline of the bridge. That's kind of a new thing I started doing maybe 2 to 3 months ago.
it's cool, yeah.
Because it was getting confusing for me to remember which bridge.
Yeah,
was
which one
what.
is this? Okay.
And by putting the outline on there, it's almost dummy proof with, if you put the bridge on there and it doesn't follow the,
I'm gonna put that to the test.
you don't, it doesn't fit the outline,
Yeah.
then it's the wrong template for that bridge.
Mhm.
So we did that.
May I pause you
Sure.
because I'm gonna interrupt you all for the next hour, but let's hold that up.
Let's look.
So people go, well, what if I don't want that bridge? Well, these pins here will align with Steve's regular thing. So strat trem, no problem.
Yep.
We already have that one. That's a standard thing.
Yeah.
We have ours is done for the Hipshot, I think. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you can put which by the way is also the same for the Fender. Oh, thank you, Chris. Is the same for the Fender. You've got a 6-hole. I don't know if you can see that. You've got a 6-hole, and you've got these two outside ones. These work for the Hipshot, and they also work for the Fender.
Yeah.
Point.
Yeah. Pretty much all the tremolos. It's amazing how interchangeable they are.
Yeah.
With the 6 points and the 2 outer points of the 6 point is the same spacing for the post used for the 2 point.
Then it makes sense.
And it does. What is more astounding is the fixed bridges are all over the place.
All over the place.
It's
Yeah.
amazing how many different ones they are.
Mhm.
And I mean, even you're talking about the Telly bridge plate. It's like you got the 3-hole mount, you got the 4-hole mount, but the pass-through holes are in total different locations. So the fixed bridges are more complicated than a tremolo in that case.
So yeah, they totally are. So dig this, guy. So if you said I want to have 2 humbuckers and rear routing, but I want to trem, you can just stack these up, and you can see the pin. These holes here for the pins. You can put this bridge, and you can put humbuckers, or you can put humbucker, single coil humbucker with a pick guard, or you can do single coil with a stop tail or whatever. So this template set that you've got for me here will do a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't think it will do is probably like Floyd, but that's a different.
I am getting
thing.
so many requests from that. I have actually started the design for the Floyd template system, and I'm trying to simplify it because legitimately to do it right, I would need 4 separate templates, but I'm trying to figure out a way to do it with like 2 templates in there. And I just haven't done the test fitting of it. And I've got so many requests, I got to bump it up higher in the priority list because people want to do it. But this one, the set that I brought you today.
What's going to happen though, guys, and you, Steve, if you probably already know this, this trem block here. So people are like, "What's so big? You just do the same thing," but it's If you want to make this have a recess, it's not going to work with the humbucker where it is. You're going to have to scooch everything around. The Floyd changes a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so that's why it's so much more complicated.
I get you
in there. So the set I brought today is the rear route one. So it's got the cavity and it's got a very generous cavity in there.
Yep.
And it's designed where you can use a lot of different potentiometer placements.
Yeah, there's so much. Yeah.
Yeah, it just gives you a lot of options.
Yeah, I love it. So we're gonna use this with Swamp Ash from Dan and Calvin at Tonewood Experts. We're gonna have these guitars available for our build and paint series with Mike Learn. Guys, I said June before. I think that's where we're still going, but we're still waiting for Mike. So yeah. So if you're interested in build and paint with Mike, kind of a cool Super Strat thing, and people are gonna be like, Super Strats have Floyd. I got it. But it's going to be mostly about graphics and EMG pickups and Hipshot, everything else, and cool graphics. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So we got another super chat.
Let's take
I
that.
think this is a good time to talk. It's from our friend Corey Forgrave.
We need to talk to that guy anyway. Hi,
We
Corey.
do. Yeah, let's talk to him after this. He says, Steve, for a reverse telebridge pickup, is it as simple as flipping the inner insert in your templates?
Reverse telly bridge.
So if you
Yeah,
wanted
so
to
he wants
put a
the
left
angle
hand
the other way.
Okay, yeah. No,
I
because
think this might be as much a good idea as a question.
yeah, that no, that because the off center line pins, it's not going to be reversible.
What if it was cut out and you could take that inner piece out and rotate it?
Or what if you had a great big square that would do either
Yeah.
right hand orientation, left hand orientation on a right hand bridge, or straight up and down?
Yeah, is that something that people want often?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. But I think it is something that some people want.
Yeah. What
But
what's
I
the
think you
benefit?
could add that to a
What's the
template.
benefit? Why would he want it?
Some people want stuff just because they think it's cool, which, as you know, we have this thing here, Steve. If someone says, I want that because of price, or because of weight, or because of something that's very easily quantifiable,
Yeah.
then okay. If someone says, I want something just because it's cool, perfect. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you throw the I bought it because it's cool, great.
Yeah. Interesting thought. So yeah, there's other templates that people have asked about that. What if I, put a box, and I could do that on a custom set. So let's say, and some modifications, I mean, they're so simple. I mean, it hardly costs anything for people to get little things customized, right? Because it's so simple. And they've asked me for that. I've shied away from making those standard products because even though I cut it out inside with the laser, there's a 5,000ths kerf on either side of that laser, which basically gives you now 10,000ths worth of play, and that's outside of my parameters.
Yeah.
So I'm doing things in the single digit thousandths of accuracy when I'm making these, and so I worry about what that ramification that would have if it is amplified against a little error somewhere else.
You know what you could do, Corey, is if you bought Steve's Telly template, I have the Strat one here, but say, for example, you wanted to flip this so that this pickup was angled this way. This rear pin is always in the center.
Yep.
No matter what.
Yep.
And this center line is always in the center no matter what. So what you could do, draw the center line, flip the template over, put a pin here and some tape on this end, and then route for that. That would work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll get you there.
I mean, if you're making 500 of them, call Steve and say, I want this template and I want it like this. If you're making one, you could do that. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, that sounds like a good solution.
That is a good solution. And what else did we want to talk to Corey about?
Corey, your guitar, your Challenger is ready for you to come and look at because you wanted a durable thin finish on your Challenger. I think it's ready for you to see.
Yeah, we want you to take a look at it, and then we'll go from there.
Yep.
So come by sometime.
Come by sometime,
Next week.
but call me or email me before you come by because I may or may not be here. I might be going to Maximum Guitarworks on Sunday. I don't know.
There you go.
Ooh.
We got another super chat
Hey,
from our good friend Doug Santinello.
Doug.
And he says, it's just a reminder, I'm still here. Smiley face, beer fun.
Doug, we love that you are still here.
Yep.
And everybody who has signed up for classes that are after March, I am working feverishly to get all of the stuff out to you guys. I worked on it a lot today, and I know I've said this before. I promise you I will get it out ASAP, and I'm going to try to do it this weekend. So I've got time to do stuff like that this weekend. I'm gonna work on doing stuff like that this weekend. So Doug is actually coming out. He's building a Jazzmaster Jaguar in May. I'm sorry, right?
Yes.
And so we're gonna need some fit all templates from you for that too. And but Doug might probably get in touch with you on that. We'll see.
Yeah, Loring wants to know if there's any new shapes coming up from Steve, such as a Jag or a Mosrite or a Les Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got 4 in the works right now that are based upon requests, and one of them is delinquent. One of them is the Les Paul that I promised a while ago.
It's got to be one of the more popular ones.
There's so much intricacy, in those type of template systems.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's almost hard to get into it because I know I need so much time to get into it. But that one's in the works. A Jazzmaster set, a Jazz bass, a P bass.
I was going to ask if basses were.
I get a lot of requests for basses.
Okay.
I'm doing like custom fret slotting template for bass scales, even though I don't have them shown on my website. But a lot of them I already have the template CADs.
I'm gonna need all this stuff, because as you know, we have kind of a new thing that we're doing now with your templates. When it
Yes.
comes to slotting. So yeah.
Yep.
We've finally did what you said to do, but in a way you didn't say to do it.
No, but that's cool. It's using creativity to work with what you have.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
It's working really, really
That's
well.
cool.
Yep, another super chat. Rick B says, looking forward to
Rick
April's
B.
fabric top class.
Hey, yeah, Rick is coming out in April for the
Yeah.
fabric top class. Rick is one of those guys who is getting or is waiting for emails from me. But Rick, I need your fabric. I need to know if we're building a telly or a strap. So, or what we're building. Yeah. So.
Yep, cool.
Yeah, I like that dude. He's gonna drive out here and listen to Greg Bell when radio was the whole way. He says he's gonna listen to those old times because he and I both really dig that that Sirius or that XM whatever channel where they play like the old radio programs.
I've never found that one.
Oh, it's great. I can't remember what channel it is, but it's like you can listen to like Gunsmoke and Dragnet and
That's interesting.
and Fibber McGee or what and like Suspense, or they have like like some science fiction stuff, and it's just cool. It's just neat to especially for driving because it's I don't know, it's just a little different for I like it.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
And Rick and I are going to go to a trip to the local tiki bar.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't get to go?
No, you can go.
Oh, because it was
Everybody can
did
go.
you get that, Steve? Did you get
It sounded like he was
Rick
trying
and
to
I am
isolate
going to
it.
do this?
Yeah.
Well, so you were sharing a moment with Rick, so I decided I would share with
Okay.
Rick. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure sounded like, and Matt, I don't know what you're going to do, but yeah.
Competition is
Yeah.
what it is.
No,
That's
no, another super chat
Hey.
from Brian Duncan.
Hey, Brian.
He says, hire a secretary with this $10 so you can get all your shit done.
If only I could find an administrative professional that would work for $10.
And do a good work.
Well, and I suppose it's $10 for how long, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
Yeah, that seems about like 30 minutes of secretarial.
That, yeah.
Yeah, you'd spend more time explaining what to do.
Yeah, by the time the 30 minutes was up, your $10.
They have to explain like, who's this guy? Oh, that's Brian, and he, Listen, when you're dealing with this cat, No, I really do need to get there's so much stuff going on that some of it falls to the wayside, and unfortunately, it's the stuff that's the least amount of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I came in today with the best of intentions to do a bunch of not fun stuff, and I didn't do anything but fun stuff. So, yeah,
That's hard.
yeah,
That's why you need more people.
I need something. Yeah,
Yeah, to do the non-fun things, because you said do the non-fun things.
yeah. Well, we do have a new guy.
Right?
We do have a guy who comes in and helps us out a little bit once a week, and his name is Brandon, and he is really cool, super nice guy, and he's working out great, right, Chris? You said I was actually gone this week when you and Brandon were working, but you said he's a very quick study.
Yep, he is.
Yeah. You want to elaborate on that?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
What if he's watching?
Well, he's a good guy, and he's conscientious and pays attention, and does good work.
And to that end, he's not like a mega. I'm super into guitars. He's just sort of like, I like working with tools and doing stuff and making stuff. So
Yeah. Yep.
That's been very, very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep.
And he keeps keto, so he doesn't eat any of our candy. We don't have any candy, but if we did, he wouldn't eat any of it.
He shared some keto friendly snacks with me.
Were they treat food?
Yeah.
Did he have them in a treat sack or what?
No. He just brought them in. One of them was it was made by Taco Bell, and it was basically fried cheese.
Taco Bell?
Yeah. And I was like, Taco Bell keto? It's like right there on the bag.
Wow.
I think that's keto Cheeto, to be honest with you. Yeah.
It's misspelled.
Yeah. Cheeto. Well, it was like Dorito flavored fried cheese. It
Like that when cheese gets on the pan and
that's
to this crunchy.
but it was
that's
it
nice.
was like a chip. Yeah.
Get some of those right now. Did he leave any?
No, we took them all.
You and him just sat around drinking beer, eating cheese.
No, we did neither. He ate some of them. I had one. Yeah, we drank no beer.
So you don't really eat a lot of snacky stuff.
No, I try not to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, Steve, how goes the sale of the massive sale of the walnut tops?
It's it's slow, but it's starting to
I've seen a
climb a
bunch
little.
of posts on Facebook of the Claro walnut,
Mhm.
and as you know, I have a Claro walnut
Yes.
top, and I have a standard walnut back. It's going to get glued to. I might come in tomorrow when I'm supposed to be doing things that are not fun.
Mhm.
And would you give me one too, Chris?
Yeah, sorry.
And I might glue that up
Yeah.
because now I have my glue jig.
The bad thing is we've got some on the website. I've got a few on eBay also, but and they're separate. So if they sell in one place,
They don't. Yeah, you don't have
you
a.
know, sell them twice.
Thank you.
But we have got 100, seriously, 100 more tops that we have sliced
Mhm.
and sanded and matched and done our wood juice treatment to it, and
Mhm.
they've been stacked now for a month. They're ready. They're ready to sell and to ship, but it's that time thing to take pictures to post them.
Yeah, you know what you should get?
Is a person.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They Brandon.
Yeah.
I actually have someone coming in Sunday who I thought was coming in last Sunday. That's going to be one of the primary tasks to accomplish, because that's 100 beautiful tops.
All that stuff takes time. Yeah.
Yeah, and different people want different stuff. I keep a few of those sliced tops as kind of carved top, and I sold one of those like a week ago. And I'm looking forward to seeing what that gentleman does with it, because I think that's going to be pretty cool. Carved top, Claro walnut with that really crazy flame and grain to it.
I don't know if Big D is still watching, but he had a thing recently where he did a walnut drop top that looked really.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he got it from you. I don't know.
Nope, you did not.
He can't get wood from anybody but his wood guy.
He might have a deal where he's like got an agreement with. So I don't know.
Well, he's got that one guy that he really likes.
Yeah.
He uses all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Cool.
Yep.
So what else, Steve? You brought another
this one?
couple of things to show
This
for
one,
the reveal.
this was cool. I just shot a video last weekend. I just haven't had time to do the post production. I should have someone for that too.
You need a guy, yeah, or a lady, or
Anyone.
or a monkey. I don't know.
But I did this in a video, and I think the video is going to show it off really well. But this goes with the S style guitar. But this is for using if you're using a drop top and you're using a wood that is a little heavier than you want it to be.
And you want it to be see-through.
Yeah, all acrylic.
Yeah.
No, but it's like I segmented this so that you could make like where the belly cut is at maybe a 1/2 inch deep, and then maybe 1 inch deep over in these areas.
Yep.
Or route these, but not route these if you want to kind
That's
of
cool.
adjust the balance of the weight.
Yeah, but still have all of the contours of this classic shape.
Full contours, and even in the lower horn area, something to take out some weight there. And this is one I have two different models, one for a top load and one for a rear cavity. But this is the rear cavity one, and obviously that's because the cavity template is going to take care of all of that.
And remember, gang, like we were talking before, you can use all of the templates with one another. So if you want a pick guard one, but you want to make a hollow part, you could do that. All this stuff works together in unison with each other, and I think that's beautiful.
And the top or the body that I did this to, I forget what the starting weight was. I had it written down, but I don't remember it. But it got all the way down to 4 pounds, and that was before the belly cut.
That's significant.
So it's going to be sub 4 pound body, which is going to be really nice. I think I'm going to be in the 6s for the final weight, which is nice.
You got to use a trim or no trim?
That one I'm going to use a hardtail.
Yeah, because the trim adds way more weight than people think.
And I've got on my
trim.
Yes,
it does. But I've decided I'm going to use the Shellooe Haynes 6.
I'm not familiar with that one, no.
Okay, this is a very modern looking bridge, which is really cool. And I do have that in my Fit All series. I have the mounting points.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And it's a front and rear, but the rear is actually its own little block for the string ends. That goes into an oval route,
nice.
in the back, and it interconnects the two of those pieces together. And
like it's screwed together?
Yeah.
Wow, neat. Okay.
And so it's very specific, and it's got kind of an offset look to it, but very modern looking. And I think I'm going to put that on that. So it's going to be that Haynes modern Haynes 6 modern bridge on, a Strat style type guitar with the really crazy cracked walnut top.
Oh yeah,
I
that
just
the
did a
one that you
video
did
for
with
the
that
Philly.
gold in there, that looks really cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And the peanut butter gag was awesome too.
you like that? You're the only one that mentioned anything about
Well,
that.
I watched the videos, Yeah, I thought the peanut butter gag was hilarious. So, and remember, yeah, I think this is really cool because it's a thin line. I mean, you could do a thin line Strat, but I think people don't want a flat top Strat. They kind of want the contours. So
Yeah, and because of the supports in here, I did the forearm contour and I bent that quarter-inch walnut over top of that contour, and I felt comfortable with the amount of support
yeah,
that it
yeah,
had.
there's a lot of glue surface plus
Yeah,
all this on the edge. So
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
I think it's cool. I think it's rad. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this yet because we don't make a lot of Strats, but I wanna try it out because I think it's
Play
really.
around with it sometime, and it'll just to see.
Are there any questions, Chris, for Steve? Or we got
No,
anyone?
there haven't been any.
No questions for
recently.
Steve. They know everything.
They know everything. Or they're just waiting to call you and go, "Hey, Steve, don't you think Matt's a butthead?" So what about thanks for saying no, they're not saying that.
No, they are. That's why I didn't say anything.
So let's talk about the Fit All series, and I kind of want to put you on the spot a little bit.
Yeah, you do.
So I remember when we were out and we got barbecue one
Right.
day, and it was right before a Sunday live stream, and you and I were talking about what would become the Fit All series,
Mm-hmm.
and how are those selling? I don't know if people quite grasp how neat that is.
They're starting to grow in sales a little bit, but the reason that they're not is my fault. I haven't done a video on them yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think most folks need to see them in action to truly
I
understand,
think it's helpful if they do. Yeah.
how they interact with each other and the versatility that it gives. So there's no question in my mind that over time they're going to begin to grow significantly once people realize the flexibility that they can have, but
Yeah.
still absolute precision between the bridge, the pickups, and the neck.
Yeah. So essentially, guys, what the Fit All series of templates is a neck pocket and some pickup routes that you can stack them together. So you can have like, I want a humbucker in the neck, I want a P90 in the middle, and I want a telly bridge, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You can stack all these things together and you can make whatever guitar you want. But there's no outline.
There's no outline. So it's designed for total creative freedom to create the perimeter to be whatever shape that you want it to
Anything
be.
you want.
Anything you want it to be with no restrictions to that. But the key things that affects playability is locked in within thousands of accuracy, like we talked about. So that's the beautiful thing. And some people still don't understand the concept of it, and from a sense that they order three fit-alls, and all three have the exact same bridge on it. And when I see that, I always email and said, let me explain something to you. There's almost no point to buy it with all the same three bridges, even if that's the primary bridge you're using now.
Maybe it's confusing on the website. So like they buy a neck pocket one.
Well, it's all in one on the 25.5 bolt-on scale.
Okay.
When we get into what you want, which is the set neck, we're going to have to separate that because they interact with each other.
So wait. So right now it's a flat back or Telecaster style heel.
Right.
And so you get a neck one for that, and then that's it.
That's in.
And it's one template.
The neck and the pickups and the bridge are all in one. It's
Okay. So,
one.
all right. So you don't buy a neck one and then you buy pickup ones.
Nope.
Okay.
If you're going to build your own necks, then you buy the neck and maybe the fretboard templates and things like that. But if you buy one, let's say for Strat style, pickups or something like that, but you want to put, you want to mix it with, okay, you know what? I think I want to throw in a P90 in the neck position, whatever. And so you buy a separate template that has 3 P90s in it. Well, now you can mix and match. But
so you have like what? So because I'm actually having trouble following you. So you can get a neck one with 3 P90s or
and a bridge.
And a bridge.
All three components are in
You can
one.
choose.
What you can do is I've got certain ones established. So so you pick one that has the bridge and pickup combination that you want. Okay.
So it's not like the humbucker one comes with this bridge and the P90 one comes with this. Okay.
Exactly. So I make them all with certain bridges, and I'll add bridges as requests come in.
Okay.
Okay, I'll add bridges for things that aren't in existence yet, but the pickups are pretty much that. So like if a guy ordered 3 P90s and a 3 humbucker and a 3 single coil, he could do a lot of mixing matching with that. But if you get the same bridge on all 3 of those templates, it's kind of a waste.
Oh, I have no idea that you could mix and match bridges to things. So like I would think, well, what the bridge that's on the humbucker one is just the one that's
I've got about 10 or 11 bridges already configured in there. Now, for ones like the Haynes 6 that we talked about and like the tremolo style, they need an additional template that's got the rear routes.
Yeah.
Okay. But all the other ones are just strictly on the front, and so therefore, if you're going to get like a Hipshot, whatever, and then you want to try something else, well, then get one that has a what's like a Tune-o-matic on it or something like that.
Can I add a wrinkle?
You can, and you will.
All right. So every fit-all template comes with a neck pocket and some sort of pickups and a bridge.
Right.
Would it be possible to do a telly neck pocket and then telly neck pickup, telly bridge pickup, telly bridge pick, and telly bridge? And then telly neck pocket, humbucker, Hipshot stop tail.
Yes.
Telly neck pocket, 1 humbucker, strat trim. You could theoretically do that.
Yeah, but you wouldn't buy one with 1 humbucker.
Because you could just not use
You buy it with either 2 or 3 humbuckers.
All right, now here's the wrinkle.
Yeah.
If everything comes with a neck pocket, could you get a strat heel on one with 3 P90s, and then you could go crazy then?
That's one thing that has been suggested before.
Okay.
Maybe by you. I don't remember, but
That it wasn't, but yeah.
yeah,
I don't think so.
But maybe you were talking about the conversion neck and how a strat version of that.
That's right, because I had you build me that converted. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm actually making a 25.0 conversion neck for someone right now.
Okay.
And he wants it with the strat. So if my memory serves me correctly, and so yeah, I could make a whole different version for that. I can make and obviously the conversion neck would then work with those, right?
Yeah.
So if you want
to mix, so if you said I want to take the P90 in the middle from that one and mix it to the humbucker on the back for the telly and the one thing, yeah, you could go crazy.
And it's based on a 25.5 scale, and everything is set for that. But if you decide that, man, I'd really like to make this a short scale, this would be pretty cool. All you do is get the conversion neck of that, and
voila.
And boom, you then have the 24.75 scale.
And if you had some of that stuff, guys, you could basically make any guitar that you wanted.
And that's the point that I think folks don't understand. When I do a video demo of it, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix and match from 3 different templates.
That'd be cool.
To show 3 different templates and or bridge combinations, right? And I'm going to do that on a blank. And then at the end, I'm going to draw by hand a shape. And I'm going to cut it and take it to the oscillating spindle sander.
Perfect.
And I'm going to smooth it up. And it will show you that. And hopefully it'll be a good looking shape.
Well, but you know what, though? Even if it was some ridiculously something.
It doesn't matter.
Something stupid. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And
I mean, I'm sure that you're going to start with excellence is going to be rad. But you could do something with all kinds of kooky points and it wouldn't matter because everything that needs to be where it needs to be is going to be where it needs to be.
Exactly. But when I do a video showing that, I think that's when the sales of these are really going to take off because they'll see, oh, you know what? I wanted a shape that did this and did that. Well, if you're doing one of those, 2 of those, 3 of those, whatever, you can do them all by hand. But if you're going to be like starting to make more of them because you got a buddy that wants one and another buddy that wants one just like it, then that's when you want to order a custom set from me and have all of it already configured.
Yeah. Yep. I think it's super cool. Okay.
And if you like making bodies out of using different configurations of pickups and all that, until you use Steve's templates and template system, you don't actually realize just how much all that precision matters. And having the bridge line up with the neck is the biggest part of it. And the second biggest part of it is having the pickups in line with everything too, because there's no real play in any of that stuff. You can't.
You have a little,
Little
maybe like
play.
on a humbucker, you can kind of scooch it around in the ring, but
Tiny,
not very
tiny
much.
bit,
Yeah.
Not very much. Yeah. And not as much as you usually need if it's off.
Yeah.
And yeah,
As much as you
and
usually
that's
need.
so that's the really neat part of this is
Yeah.
that you can go crazy and you can, if you're into, buying necks from whoever and wherever, and you have a Strat heel template and you have a Tele heel template, buy a neck and go, I wonder what I'm going to make with this. Start a project with a neck and go, I got this Strat one.
Yep.
I've always kind of wanted a Telemaster Deluxe with a whatever, and
Yep.
this pickup and that pickup. Wouldn't that be cool? And yeah, and you can make
Inspiration comes from a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
Like the guitar video that I'm about to launch that kind of shows the weight relief thing
Mhm.
on my laminated body with that walnut crack filled top.
Yeah.
I honestly was going to make it with a standard tremolo and everything like that, but when I got that top done, it was speaking something different to me.
That was really cool. Yeah.
And so it's like that's what's kind of cool is when you kind of let it talk to you as you go and decide, okay, no, I'm going to change direction here. I'm going to do this
Yeah.
instead.
Normally when I see that like epoxy filled thing, because it's usually always blue
Mhm.
and it, it looks like the water table thing. I'm like, that was cool a while ago. But what you did was really neat. And it looked, I don't know, it just looked classy.
I think the important part of my video that I did was the experimentation, because sometimes you don't know what you want until you experiment. The idea I had in my head was totally different than what I chose in the end after I did the test.
Yeah. Okay.
So after I did the test, it was like, no, this is the one it's got to be.
Yeah. 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 Because you went through all those different things, all different colors and different,
CA
epoxies.
versus epoxy and different type of powders versus dyes and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Chris, are there any questions? It looks like there's a bunch of things coming in now. So
Okay, yeah. It's mostly talk amongst the crowd.
okay.
Is that a good sign?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
it's all on topic. It's just
Oh, okay.
yeah. Saw Good wants to know, even though you probably don't want to talk about it, Matt, any thoughts on the other building competitions announcement?
I don't know anything about that. So.
Yes, I agree, and I was looking it up, and I still don't know anything about it. So
Okay.
no,
You know what?
I don't think we're going to pay any attention at all this year, and that's not an indictment on the country.
Yeah, I think if you want
Just
to
busy.
do that, you should absolutely do it. It's cool.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
But I don't know anything about another bill. And you know what? I hope that people have a good time and do whatever they want to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a question from Loring.
Hey, Laura.
Steve asks, what Steve is doing is a game changer. Oh, what Steve is doing is a game changer.
Yes.
See, if you don't read it as a question,
Yeah.
that works out.
What is Steve is doing?
What Steve is doing.
Yeah.
It's a game changer? No. What Steve is doing is a game changer. Does Steve have any guitars of his own in the works?
Funny you should ask.
Yes. Yes, I do. I mean, I've been building guitars for a while, and I've got plans for different production models that I want to begin to create. Some of which you'll see demos on YouTube of some models that I've made, like my Nelly guitar, my Fiona guitar. One is kind of Strat Deluxe Nashville Tele-esque, and one is obviously in the Strat realm. But I've also got a couple of unique shapes. One that I haven't really shown much video, but you've seen it, what I call the Emily, and that's a set neck carved top, which is really, really beautiful. I just have to finish the electronics and get a demo video of it out there, because I built it as a demo for my class last semester, and
that's at Red Rocks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that was it beautiful the way it turned out, so much to the point that I decided this is going to be a production model, because I loved everything about the look, the feel, everything about it. So that was good. And then I've also got designed, and I want to start producing it later this year, but it's totally digitally designed. I haven't even created one yet, but
wow.
But I stumbled upon the shape by accident. I was messing with some curves in the CAD, and I came across something that was like, wait a minute, there's something that's nice there. And that's going to kind of be more of like more geared towards like kind of the heavy metal side of things.
It would be funny. It would be a cool thing to do is, let's wrap this up and put a bow on this here. When you were saying that, I'm like, what would be cool, Steve, is if you did something completely digitally on your CNC machine, and I got to see a picture of it, and I got a set of your fit all templates, and then you made one and I made one,
Try to recreate it.
and just from like looking at a picture and see if how close I can get with your fit all template set to coming up with that. And then I thought, well, you know what we should do? We should encourage people who are going to participate in the Great American Guitar Build, because somebody asked about the Great Guitar Build Off. I'm assuming is who they're talking about. You are donating. Tell everybody again what your plan is to donate to every single person who signs up for the Great American Guitar Building Contest that we are putting on this year.
Yeah. So I have made available $100 of templates with no minimum order.
So if you sign up for the Great American Guitar Building Contest, that's the guitar building contest that Chris and I are putting on this year. Steve's giving away $100 worth of templates to you.
Yeah. Yeah. And
there's no minimum order.
there's no minimum.
So if you order $99.99 worth of templates, you just get that.
Yeah.
By the way, it's $100 to enter the contest. You get a bunch of free templates.
And that was the point. I
Yeah.
wanted to encourage people to feel comfortable to sign up,
Mhm.
because I think when you do things like this, it's about building camaraderie.
Imagine that. If somebody said, you know what, I've never done this before, or I've done this a bunch of times, whatever, and they buy a set of fit all stuff from you, and they come up with some crazy thing and they win.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. But that was the whole
Be a feather
purpose.
in your cap.
It's like, well, I mean, it's not really about about me and certainly, you putting this on isn't about you. It's about
It's about me. No.
I know you would say that, but that's not your heart. And I know that,
Yeah.
but it's about the community as a whole. And so if people come together and they begin to develop these relationships that are lifelong relationships that you develop on the common bond, you may come from different economical, social, political spectrums or whatever like that, but the common bond of guitar building, that creates lifelong friendships.
And that we have so many things in common. We have more things in common than we do not. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it makes the world a little bit smaller,
Mhm.
when you're all of a sudden you're exchanging for people, emails or whatever from people from foreign countries, but have the same
You do
interests
all the time.
all the
You
time.
and I get emails from people all around the world.
all around the world, and it is cool. I
think so,
I
too.
don't take that for granted. I actually have some good conversations with people, just about history or something like that, because I find it interesting, the history of different
Did
cultures.
Karsten send you a thing, and he lives somewhere where you were actually stationed for a while, or?
Somewhere where I was traveling through.
Oh, okay, okay.
Thomas.
Thomas Kolb, that's right.
Yeah.
Not Karsten here. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was traveling through, and I had pictures on my phone of when I traveled through parts of Germany.
Yeah.
I sent him the pictures, and he knew the entire history of the area that
Yeah.
I was there alone. I didn't have a tour guide, so I knew nothing about these really cool old buildings.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
And he could tell me everything about them, and so that kind of relationship is really nice.
I think it's really neat. Yeah.
So that's what by supporting what you're doing, by offering that, was trying to support the community as a whole.
Mhm.
And if you buy $100 worth of templates, that's great. If somebody buys $300 worth of templates, then
Happy Meal.
then that's great too.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yep, we have a couple other questions. Mike Ivan wants to know, is this template system like a universal type thing where you could build any body shape and use this template to do all the pickup, neck, trim routes on the same layout?
Precisely what it is.
Exactly.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
not just like it. It's
Yeah,
exactly
it
it.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
When Steve and I came up with this, I don't want to lump myself in. When it was there when Steve came up with the idea.
It was your
So-
idea. We talked about it, but it hit me the way that you presented it. I can do that.
Yeah.
I can actually make that. I can visualize it, and as long as I can visualize it, it can happen.
Mhm.
Because we thought, well, as long as that center line and neck pocket and pickups is good, the body can look anything like you want it to look.
Yeah, from nut to bridge
Mhm.
on
Yeah.
these guitars are virtually identical, and
Yep.
outlines are different. And once you kind of get around that, then all of a sudden,
Yep.
yeah, you could make a square guitar with Steve's templates.
Yep.
Play it for 5 years,
And
and
then,
then hacksaw
Yep.
around whatever other weird shape you wanted,
Mhm.
and still have that guitar.
I think it's a remarkable thing that I have not ever seen so completely put together before. Like, I mean, like some people are like, here's a neck template or a neck pocket template, but it
Yeah.
doesn't really go with anything else. It's like, yeah, it goes with these necks we got.
Mhm.
Nothing is as complete and concise and as well thought out as your and just because I'm like, hey Steve, you should do this. You're the one who did it all. So yeah, the efficacy of it fell to you. The like, you know,
that's a big part.
how to make well, I looked it up this morning. I wanted to, yeah. But like, yeah, so I'm like, hey Steve, wouldn't it be cool if you did this? And you're like, okay, and so then you just did it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and there's lots of templates that you can buy of a humbucker route.
Yeah.
It's got,
Yeah.
one humbucker route, and it's got a center line on it.
And it basically does
And-
jack.
Well, but as soon as you start stacking those and pencil widths, and I got it, it's close.
Yeah.
And you know, and here's my center line, but I don't know that I got my neck on there exactly perfect.
Yeah.
And you start stacking all this stuff up. By the end, it could be totally jacked up.
It could be an eighth of an inch off in some spots.
And the worst time to learn that is after your finish is complete.
Well, yeah. Or even if, just burning that piece of wood. If you get all the way and you pre-assemble it and you look at it and go, well, this is just junk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent all that time and this is not, I can't use it.
So I'm gonna order a set of the fit all stuff. Here's my thing though. I gotta have a Strat neck heel too. Can you do one?
I can do that.
Okay.
And then when I do that, I'll make it available to everybody.
Okay. I'm gonna come up with an order. Now, I want to put you on the spot again.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I want is a set neck fit all too.
Mm.
Because
I bet you want the skinny Gibson tenon, right?
no, I don't. But
worst idea ever.
somebody wants that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but you don't want to talk to them. So I want to basically my Challenger heel
Uh-huh.
with a bunch of different pickup combinations so that the heel tucks under the neck pickup.
Yeah.
I want that, and so that people can go, I want to do Explorer. I want to do a Flying V. I want to do whatever.
Again, it's all custom shaped.
Yeah.
It's whatever
So-
it wants to be.
So I would love to have that too.
Yeah.
But it's overwhelming the number of choices that you have available. Can people call you and go, Steve, I need some help?
Yeah, they can always call me. They
Okay.
can get the number from the website, which I'm sure is in the description.
It is in the description below. This time I remembered to do it today.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if I'm available, I pick up the phone personally.
Okay. I know that I've called you and you're like, you've talked to me. You like just like in the middle of the day, you don't always have time. But
Well, it depends. If I have time, I do, because if I can pick up the call, I will, because it's easier than calling you back.
Mhm.
That's harder to get around to, because then I got to really program myself to sit down and answer,
Okay.
voicemails. And sometimes an email and then just set an appointment for a time is a good thing too.
Is that an easier way to do it?
Well, it's good if they have significant things they need to talk about.
Okay.
Okay. And then they could maybe give me a list through email of what they want to talk about. Then we could pick up the phone and talk about it.
Okay.
And that would be less time than me typing out all the answers to their questions.
Well, because then inevitably what's going to happen is, oh, you know what? I forgot to ask you is this. And then it's another email exchange. Yeah.
So either way, but if someone calls the number, if I'm available, I will pick up the phone.
Okay. So if you have trouble figuring out the gigantic number of options that are available, if you don't, if
Yeah.
you're smart, unlike me, you can probably just, oh, I want this and this and this, and I need it, in however many days. I don't know what your lead time is now. What, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Well, for any of the standard templates off the website, I'm sticking to 7 days, and we're doing
Wow. Okay.
pretty good with getting them out in 7 days.
Okay.
The anything that has any type of custom work takes a little bit more time to fit in there.
Okay.
So most of the custom stuff, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, and some of that there's discussion going back and forth, or somebody needs to send me a bridge because I don't have and I can't find the specs for that bridge.
But if it's like a Hipshot bridge, Hipshot trim, Hipshot fixed, and some other thing, P90 humbucker, whatever, neck pocket, boom, good to go. So that stuff goes out fast.
Yeah, and a lot of that stuff that's standard and available, I really sequence that out to try to be committed. I do most of my template making over the weekends.
Okay.
So if orders come in this week, there's a good chance that they could get their order shipped in 2 or 3 days because of when they placed it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
But if they place it on like a Monday, it's probably going to be the next Monday
Yeah.
before I ship it
You're
out.
not, you're not going to
because-
start it until
and,
Saturday.
and everything is made to order, and that's why sometimes it's easy if they want something different. I can do small changes to it because
Cool.
I'm not pre-making them and stacking them on the shelves.
Yeah. So but that was kind of what I thought was, well, I had no idea that you could say, I want this bridge and I want these pickups, and on the other one, I want a different bridge and a different. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah, I do that if they can accomplish what's in the stock set, it'll be quicker and it'll be obviously a little bit more cost effective.
Cool.
Because I'll need to charge for CAD time and things like that. It takes to do tweaks.
Oh, that's Texas Toast Chris. I'm like, who's this? Someone Texas Toast keeps typing here. Are there any questions, Chris, before? Because I'm totally monopolizing the
Yes.
thing.
Lots of t-shirt love. Everybody loves Matt's t-shirt.
This is I got this.
Chicago.
I got the Chicago shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. And there was talk of where do I get a Maximum shirt? Maximum Steve.
Yeah. Where do you get? I have
And
one.
Michael Frizel
Yep.
said if you join Patreon, you get the $20 level, you get a t-shirt.
Yeah, and I'm actually redesigning shirts, trying to come up with a new line to kind of go with that Patreon thing.
Do you have anything with like a skull on it or like a shrunken head or something like that? Some kind
Yeah.
of spooky thing that I think, yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't gone down that
Okay, all right.
road yet, but
Well, there's still time.
yeah.
And one of the old like hot rod stickers or something that you just put your name on like I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Just rip off a bunch of logos.
I think if you go
Yeah.
back in time far enough and look at like cool hot rod stuff, there's all kinds of neat stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. I believe that's it.
Okay. Well, why don't we go ahead and wrap this one up then?
Sounds like a plan.
So, Steve, thank you for coming out and hanging out with us. It's always good to have you in the shop, see what sort of neat things you have, and then go, hey, Steve, I want something completely different than what you made.
This is what I do.
Yeah, which I know that I hate it when people do that to me. So you have a lot more patience than I do.
I'm trying to manage it, but what I'm finding is that I'm not sure of no one else, but it's hard to find somebody else that will do custom stuff. So I feel like that's an important service that I can provide.
Yeah. Well, and you probably get people that say, hey, will you build me this custom thing? Well, no, but what I can do is I can offer you this cool custom template set, and that's you can make something neat.
Yeah, and we still do custom one-off guitars and stuff like that too.
Okay.
So that's always an option. I've gotten several inquiries.
Of course, that takes a lot longer than
a
template.
lot longer than templates. Okay, so but I've gotten several inquiries about that in the past week, which is kind of interesting that all of a sudden I'm getting, people not only wanting templates and radius sanding blocks and glue up jigs.
That's why
and stuff like
whenever anybody calls me and asks me for something crazy, I always say, Steve will do it. No, you get it done right away too.
Yeah.
No, I don't do
Here's
that.
his phone number.
Here's his phone number.
Keep calling if he doesn't answer.
He likes to get calls at 4 o'clock.
That's when he's real. Yeah,
Yeah.
guys, don't call Steve at 4 o'clock.
Most awake. That's when he's most mossy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Steve, thanks for coming out, and thanks for bringing all this great stuff to us. Thank you to everyone who hung out with us and hung out with Steve. Thanks for all your questions and comments. And I don't know. We've got a video coming on Sunday that I still have to edit and make. But no problem. I've got plenty of time. There's 48 hours between now and then. 47 hours between now and then. So yeah, that's plenty of time, right? Fine.
Yeah.
So as always, guys, this is Matt at Texas Toast,
Steve with Maximum Guitarworks.
reminding you that if you're so smart, start your own YouTube channel. That's what we did. And
Start with excellence.
every single time.
Yes.
And you know what? You should at least finish with pretty close to excellence. If
Yeah.
you start with it, you're more likely.
You're on the right
Yeah,
track.
Yeah, you're
Stuff that
definitely,
way.
yeah. That's, you know what? Hold on. I'm already off the rails here. That's the thing that, like, one of the things that when your whole ethos of starting with excellence is,
Yeah.
I see that a lot, and I'm like, guys, make your center lines nice and crisp.
Uh-huh.
If your center lines are, and they're like, well, how come? Well, because you can get it off. And if you get it off a little bit, then it gets off a little bit, and you get those stacking tolerances.
Yeah.
If you start with a nice crisp center line every time, the likelihood of it being right by the time you're ready to put it together goes up dramatically.
Can I explain to your viewers what that means? Start with excellence to me.
Absolutely.
You know, because I don't go into this a whole lot, but I've probably mentioned it a couple of times. But it's an important thing that I've learned throughout my life, and I kind of changed the Webster dictionary of definition of excellence a little bit. To me, excellence is defined to me by doing the absolute best you can in anything that you do with the time, the talents, and the resources that you have available to you.
Okay.
Okay. And I just find that if you start, excellence to me becomes more of a mindset.
Yeah,
Where,
exactly.
Where I can start off with a mindset of excellence, and I can go down this road. And at the end of this road, I know I did the best I could with the time, talents, and resources I had available. So therefore, I can be happy with what I've done, but never have to stay content to where I am.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it takes away.
You don't ever have to go, well, I guess I'll turn it into a relic. No.
It takes away the frustration of trying to achieve perfection that doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
But you can always achieve, no matter what level you're at, you can always achieve excellence.
Yeah. Do the best you can with what you got, and Steve will be happy.
And that's the mindset that I shoot for. And
I, you know what, Chris will be happy too. I will be.
I like the part about talent, which means I can, So my excellence and your excellence can be two different things.
But that's the whole point.
Yes.
It's individual because everybody's at a different place. I still have the very first guitar I ever made, which I gave to my daughter. And am I satisfied with what I did? No.
Yeah.
But it's a reminder to where I was, because what was excellence for me then is different from what's excellence for me now.
Sure. I can have exactly the same training regimen that Michael Jordan did. And I'll probably get pretty good at basketball. I'm never going to be, superstar. So
you're never going to dunk.
No.
I'm
not even.
Maybe earlier.
Maybe, yeah. Not with 51 year. Well, I'm not.
51-year-old Matt's not going to dunk.
But I can still, do the best I can. So yeah. So Steve,
Jordan is now. I bet he can still dunk.
He can still dunk on me. Yeah. There's no. That'd be no problem.
Yeah.
That'd be no sweat for Jordan to totally dominate me. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This is Matt at Texas Toast reminding you all the same stuff that we already said. And we'll see you on Sunday. Thanks for watching, y'all. Take care.